Hello everybody, today I'm going to tell you about this, what I record with. Now basically, these are the four things that I used the most. Now the first thing I used was Fraps, and I'm going to show you the user interface on Fraps. I have PlayCall open. Why do I have that open? So close that. Now for the general, it's a very simple, setup. Uh, this is what I used whenever I tried to record. No, not try, but when I record. This is what I used before. And I didn't know much about it, and I didn't know that it was better with bigger or better computers, like better graphics cards and stuff. And I thought that I might be able to record with this, but since it's a bulky program and it uses a lot of CPU, but it comes out with good quality videos, the problem with me using it is I didn't have a good enough computer for it. That was the problem. As you can see that I have the old Windows 98 looking thing. That's because I switched it to that for my computer to be faster, CPU usage being less used. Anyways, that is it for that program. It's very, very, very simple, but very, very complex when it comes to setting it up and making it not lag, but you need a pretty good computer to run that. Here's a second option that I used to use constantly, and I loved it as long as I used it. And okay, it's opening. Now, for an example, the last game I tried to record was Counter-Strike Source. Here's a setup. You can't say that I didn't set it up properly. I have Lagarith. I have it set up properly. All that stuff. I have it set up properly. Everything. You can't say that I haven't. Basically, I exit that out, and that's it. That's too complex to talk about and put a whole review on that in one short video, in 2 minutes, right there. For PlayCall 3, this is my favorite one. The thing that I hate about it, and it's not actually a big deal, but it does kind of bother me in a way, but not much of a big deal because of its performance and quality at the end result. If you go to basic capture, you can change the encoder and you can change it to that. But if you put no compression, I tried recording a 5-minute video and it came up to be 85 gigabytes, and it just blew my mind. But that can also mean that my compression threads were 1, but it literally was crazy. It was bigger than the game I was recording. It kind of blew my mind. Now I'm using the highest compression with 60 FPS. I know what you're saying. Oh, why are you recording 60 FPS when it's only when YouTube only renders out 30? If you put higher FPS that your computer actually goes to, it can go to, your performance on your game will be higher than if you try to record at 30. That's what for me. I don't know about you guys if you guys do YouTube or anything, but that's just the way it is for me. That's it for PlayCall. I could show you the interface, but it would take too long to open up a game and show you. But that's the one thing that I hated about it. There might be there's two things where you can only edit the certain actual settings inside of a game. So what I do is I just open up Minecraft real quick and I just do it like that. Okay, so the final program. Oh, it's already open. I didn't need to do that. Okay, so I liked it. I used it. I probably used it more frequently than any other programs that I've just showed you. I liked it. It had nice quality. It had a nice interface for settings. It gave me a nice kind of flexibility through my settings. You can see everything that I used. I could have used the YV12 now that I think about it. I could have changed it to that, but I'm kind of stupid, sort of. I guess you could say I don't really care. That is basically what it is, and it's not much of a big deal. Bandicam is used by many YouTubers that are good. I don't know what you could say, but it's been used quite a bit. I know other YouTubers like PewDiePie, for an example. He doesn't use Bandicam. I can guarantee you that. I have it in my mind that he's either using Dxtory or Fraps. I could be wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong. But I know for sure that, for an example, Frankie on PC and 1080p uses Fraps. So does Jack Frags. They both use Fraps. It's a very common program. It's number one on the list. But there's other programs like Action by Marulis, or whatever it's pronounced. It's slowly moving up the ladder. DxTory is second. PlayClaw is right behind Action, I think, or it might be in front. But PlayClaw, in my opinion, is the best. I'm not suggesting that you get it, but get it. And I just, kind of contradicted myself. Anyways, if you have a good computer, get either one of these. This one gives you more options. If you have a really good computer, say quad core with a good graphics card, or a 6-core, 8-core good graphics card, you should go for Fraps. With a big hard drive and a good compressing program like Handbrake, or you can even use Movie Maker, but it doesn't really matter. You can also use Sony Vegas to render it out. DxTory, I think it makes bigger, or it might be smaller. I believe it's actually bigger. Unless, if you set it up like most people do, and me, wherever you just go ahead and go here, you use the Lagarith lossless codec, it more or less takes away from the quality, takes away from the CPU, and takes away from the quality. So it kind of gives like more space for the game to actually give you more FPS. You guys can use my setup. I'll just go through this so you can use my setup if you guys want to. I use it at 4400 because if you use 48, it uses a little bit more CPU and it actually lags less if you use that. Screenshots, I actually don't use this for screenshots because usually my games are on Steam, so Steam does that for me. I didn't really mess with this except that and processing threads. I put it on half of my cores because I don't want it taking over all of my processor. So I have quad, but I have it on 2 because, yeah, and stuff. Yeah, that's basically it. That is it for DxTory. That is it for Fraps. That is it for Brandycam. 2 programs if you don't have a very good computer. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I opened up Fraps by accident. It's gonna pop up. Okay, never mind. Get these 2. Get one of these. I'm not saying that you should pirate them, get them legally, but get them. Bandicam more or less is screen recorder. I'd say if you're doing YouTube, get this. Tutorials and stuff, just get Bandicam. If you want to record gameplay, I say get PlayClaw 3. It gives you more frames whenever you record. Like a lot of frames. Like I play GTA San Andreas for an example, whatever. I get hundreds of frames, but since I limited PlayClaw's FPS meter to 60, I had a constant 60 frames per second when I record with PlayClaw 3. That's probably because GTA San Andreas is kind of old, like 2005 or something like that, where it didn't take much CPU to run it, or GPU. Counter-Strike, I get a good solid 50 or 60 with the limiter, but I know I get a little bit more, technically, with my actual FPS, since I only limit PlayClaw's thing to 60, because it only matters to me if it goes 60, because as you know, the human eye cannot process more than 60 frames per second, but we can tell the difference between 30 and 60. You can tell that 60 is more smoother than 30, but not much. It's a very small difference, not that big, but that's the video. It's almost 10 minutes long. I've been explaining this. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. So, like the video and stuff. Alright, so, anyways, see you guys next time. Like I said, if you have a good computer, get these 2. If you have a lower-end computer, say a dual-core thing, I wouldn't say we do YouTube videos at 1 core, unless you plan on doing 360 or 480p videos. Another program I suggest is MSI Afterburner, but it's not as good as PlayClaw to me. PlayClaw is the best one for me, for myself. I know how you could say DxTory or Fraps is better, but you gotta think of it like this. Programs work differently for everyone's computers, technically, in a way. There's always different specs and stuff. Not always, but you can have the same computer, someone else might run the same. But it also matters on how much space you have left in your computer, how many hard drives. etc. It's just the way recording programs work. You need to have a good computer to run these two, technically, in a way. If you want to run Fraps, I suggest doing half size if you have a lower end computer. DxTory doesn't take much to run it, but you might not get as much frames as you would with PlayClaw. I know people that have i7s can't run PlayClaw because it won't respond well with their computer or any sort of that type of thing. I get that. That's fine. I don't really care that much. It's your problem, not my problem. I could help you if you needed help, but technically it's not my problem. So I wouldn't really go out and say, oh, you can't use this program. You suck. You're using Fraps or DxTory. You're not using PlayClaw. But honestly, I would use Fraps or DxTory if I had the computer to run it, because I know that these have slightly better quality than PlayClaw, but PlayClaw does make good videos out of 720 and 1080. One thing I should mention is when you record, if you're recording 720 videos, record in 2080 by 720. That is a 16:9 ratio, and that fits the YouTube video widescreen perfectly. And that's all you need. You don't need any higher than 1280 720. You don't need 1366 by 768 if you have that size of monitor. But if you just want to make 720 videos, record it at 1280 times or by 720. You know what I mean. Anyways, that's the end of this video, and see you next time. And basically, use what you want. Yeah, you take my word for it. If you want to use these, if you have a lower end computer, better go with these. But if you if you have a lower, like a higher end computer, you can still use these. Even though your game probably would run faster if you did. But thank you for watching, and if you like this video, leave a like. Or if you want me to go in depth more on these programs, I will show you on how you can set these up to make it the best performance and reasonable file size. Fraps, you can't really work with it very much, so I can't promise with the file size. All you can hope for is make your performance and lag less, basically. DxTory, you can shrink the files with different codecs, different ways. PlayClaw has options to shrink it to different types of things. Bandicam has the same type of configuration as PlayClaw when it comes to switching video codecs and stuff like that. Anyways, thank you for watching, and see you next time.